What's up, guys? Um, Arnold's back. I'm playing a Jackson JS32Q quilt top. This is a very modestly priced guitar on the market. I think the MSRN is about $400. Anyway, I've modded mine out. I got this scratch and dent for about $200 or so, and I've put a couple mods into it. FU tone, big brass block. Also got their Noiseless springs and their saddle string locks. Running a pair of 9-gauge strings on this. Anyway, it's a fun little guitar. I'm not a shredder by no means, but I wanted a Floyd Rose guitar. This one has a license by Floyd Jackson bridge, Floyd Rose style bridge, and with a couple of mods that I did to it with the FU tone systems, it actually became quite the player. Singing sustain and all that good garbage. Oh, but I suck at guitar, so. It's fun for days. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the FU tone block and a few of the mods. The titanium string locks, a huge upgrade compared to what was in it. I had the little pot metal things. It's better than the plastic ones I've heard about. But yeah, the pot metal had to go. These titanium, they cost a little more, but I could see the pot metal, just flaking apart over time. The strings were putting indentations on the saddles, and to me that was just didn't make any sense. My strings didn't last that long either. It didn't matter how hard I torqued the bolts, these bolts here, the strings would come unraveled. It was because the saddle wasn't gripping it very well, because the block wasn't gripping it very well either. Now I can tighten these screws, and when I change strings I can see flat spots where the titanium is actually forcing this string to compress, which is fantastic. It doesn't go out of tune ever, hardly, and it's just stable, which is what I wanted. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was this brass block. Yeah, that sucker there was worth every penny. Now, I didn't get the L-shaped block. I just got the standard fat block. And to me, the fat block compared to the standard block, I've got it around here somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it now. It was twice the thickness, and the standard block was pot metal. I mean, you got something this thick, and then you go to this thick. I mean, it's weighs more, yes, but I was bending the strings. I could watch the bridge literally pop up. I could play chords, and literally I could see the bridge wobbling around because there wasn't enough mass to hit chords hard. You know, when you hit it hard, it would literally go slightly out of tune, and I could watch it do this. So those were two very huge tonal upgrades, stability upgrades, if nothing else. And then I went to these guys. Yeah, these little yellow springs. I don't know if I'm getting it in this shot or not. There we are. Don't waste your time on these things. I mean, I'm not endorsed by anybody, obviously. I got a couple of people following me. I think they're family, maybe. But I get like tens of 20 views on my videos. But do not buy the Noiseless springs. All it is a piece of foam like this, cut up and shoved into your spring. And I don't know what kind of paint they use on the springs. I'll try to get a close up here. It is just a painted spring. So when you dive bomb this, you can see all the little cracks in the paint where it comes apart. Not a big deal to me. But the other big deal to me, though, was, you know, you got passive pickups. You touch the strings, it grounds the signal out, right? The painted springs, you know, you got your ground clip that goes to your circuit inside of your electronics. That ground clip wasn't making physical contact to the metal in that block because of the paint. I had to chip away the paint on the guitar's springs here. These three springs, I had to basically scratch all the paint off because I could hear 60 cycle feedback in my signal. It was just this little hum and a little crackle. And after I did that, it was gone. Fortunately, I have humbuckers and they don't coil split or anything like that, so I didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, these are like $15 springs and they're not worth it. Just my opinion. Take your original springs, shove some foam rubber in there, and you got the same thing. So anyway, also about this guitar, like I was saying earlier, it is a scratch and dent, but there really wasn't a scratch or dent on this thing. And it was completely stock when I got it. You can see I took the tone control out. I don't use tone controls on my shredder guitars. But what I was thinking about doing was putting a stutter switch in there. There we go. Sorry, I don't know if that cut out or not. But anyway, yeah, stutter switch right here. We'll see about that. I haven't done it yet. Still has the standard three-way switch. I wanted to put a nice Fender style three-way switch in there. Body's too thin to do that. So we'll just stick with the old Chinese made switch for now. I did upgrade to a Switchcraft plug. You can hear them buzzing. And yeah, Seymour Duncan pickups. Not that there was anything wrong with the old pickups. But a JB and a Jazz pickup, they're just better pickups. They just sound great. Anyway, short little video. I've got probably $200 into the guitar, and then maybe another $200 worth of mods, and I feel like I got a killer axe. Big, heavy, throaty guitar. Try doing that with a Fender Strat. Alright, later.